So you want to buy your first supercar, or you want to become a cash millionaire. You're watching all these young kids buy their own supercars, maybe you're watching motivational videos, or you're even getting financial advice from TikTok.
I was doing over $1 million a year.
Well, listen up. Today I'm going to give you 7 personal money tips that I would actually give you and that I actually use to be able to buy and afford these supercars and become a millionaire at just 19 years old. I've been a millionaire for 6 years now, and I'm gonna share things that you won't hear anywhere else. I'm not gonna tell you to stop buying the $4 coffee because you can make it at home for 30 cents. I'm gonna be giving you actual things that I used to build and grow my wealth and be able to buy these cars in my teenage years and even in my young 20s. And don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you that you have to sell your body or do only online to make money. This is real advice that I actually use and that you can start to implement today. So first things first, we actually need a cold start. Neighbors, I apologize in advance.
That's pretty loud. That's pretty good.
Wow, this car just looks so good. I am still not over this car. After 4 years later of owning it, I still love every single second of it. So I bought this car when I was just 19 years old, and I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I was a kid when I bought this car. I made $4 million from Snapchat when I was 19. I have a full video on that you guys can check out after this. I bought my first supercar when I was just 19 years old, and let me tell you, it lived up to every dream I could have ever imagined. Being a teenager, owning a supercar, owning a McLaren, and then being in my young 20s and being around so many supercars and being able to buy multiple supercars now has been an absolute dream come true, and I'm so grateful. But I can attribute it to these tips that I'm about to give you. So the first thing I would say is start early, take action, and make sure you eliminate as many distractions as you possibly can. So most people wait until they're older, until they're 18 years old, until they moved out of the house, until they feel like they're ready, until they feel like it's the perfect time. Skip all of that, please, and start right now. There's never going to be a better time. It's never going to be easier. The internet is only getting more and more vast, and there's only becoming more competition, and it's only getting more difficult to make money as you're young. When I was 15, 16, 17 years old, I was filming content, I was making content, and even though it wasn't good content and people weren't watching it, I was still making content because I enjoyed it. That's what I wanted to do, and I knew that I wanted to do that when I was older, and I knew that that was the way for me to be able to afford these cars and be able to do and have this lifestyle when I was a young kid. I was testing side hustles. I was trying literally everything that I possibly could to make $1 online and to make some money online. I was posting YouTube videos. I was making Vines. I was making TikToks. I was making Musical.lys. I was doing everything that I could to try to make some money online. The sooner that you start, the sooner that you can fail, the sooner that you can figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you enjoy doing, what you don't enjoy doing, the more you start, the more things you try, the more that you do, the better you're going to become at it, and the more you're going to learn, hey, I don't like doing this thing, or hey, I enjoy doing this thing, or I'm good at this, and I'm not good at this, or I like doing this kind of thing, and I don't like doing this. The more you'll start to figure out. You just need to start and take action. If you can make it to the end of this video, that's the first proof to yourself that you can stick with something, and you can stick and commit to your goals and to your plans and stick to what you actually said you're going to do. Distractions are the biggest thing that will draw you away from your goals and will draw you away from what you truly want to do. The biggest distractions are relationships and alcohol and drugs. First of all, I can say with a blanket statement, do not ever start any drugs. Do not ever try any drugs. Don't do drugs. It's really that simple. It's the biggest distraction. It's the biggest time waster, and it can really easily lead you away from your goals and away from your conscious state of thought and to working towards those goals. And the alcohol does the same thing. I personally have never drank alcohol in my life. I've never started, I've never touched it. I never started, so it was really easy to say no and continue to say no, and I don't plan on ever starting it. And I attribute a lot of that to the success that I've had, because if I started doing that and I kind of fell into the norms of what people were doing and the norms of what people are doing through high school and through college, I don't think I'd be where I am at today. The sooner that you can say no to those things and the sooner that you can say no to those distractions, the more you're gonna separate yourself, the more you're gonna prove to yourself that you're different, you're worthy of success, you're worthy of these things, you're worthy of making this money, you're worthy of owning a supercar when you're a teenager, you're worthy of having the freedom and the financial freedom, the sooner that it's actually going to start coming and start to be a real thing for you. So start early, take action, actually do what you say you're gonna do. I literally have it tattooed on my wrist right here. It says action over intention. Do what you say you're gonna do. Actions speak louder than words. And then eliminate the distractions. You don't need to find your wife when you're in your young 20s. You don't need to find a girlfriend when you're a teenager. You don't need to do these things. You need to build yourself up as a person, and you need to eliminate the distractions. Don't drink alcohol. Don't do these things if you truly want to be different. And all you guys are gonna argue and say, oh, but like then you're not actually living. Well, go have fun and don't have cars like this and don't be able to provide for your family. Some of us want more than others, and I am some of us. I want the cars, I want the house, I want all the fun things, I want the ability to travel, I want the freedom, I want the lifestyle, and I want all those things because that's what I saw as a kid and that's what I looked up to, and that's the things that I was like, wow, one day I want to be able to have these things, and one day I want to be able to do these things. This kid loves the car. Let's hear this car. It's like, actually hear this car. This thing is loud. This thing is so dialed and so planted and so loud. Oh, it sounds amazing. Kid is beeping at me. Everyone loves the car. So let's get into step 2. So step number 2 is I would develop a high income skill, whether that's sales, whether that's marketing, whether that's social media, whether that's content creation, whether that's AI. Whatever your skill is that you are really passionate about and that you really enjoy is what I would dial into and really focus on. But remember, you're trying to afford a supercar here, so you need to make sure that it is a supercar level money skill. So what does that mean? You need to be able to make social media videos and attract brands that will pay you tens of thousands of dollars. Now that takes years of consistency, of hard work. You need to be able to build an AI or build something that's worth $300,000 that you could sell to a company. You need to build a clothing brand that's worth $300,000. Now, whatever it is that you are building or that you're working on or that you're passionate about, you need to be able to enjoy it, and you need to be able to enjoy it without getting paid. Now, what do you mean? That's backwards. That's working backwards. That's not being able to afford a supercar like this. Because whenever you start something or whenever you start a business or whenever you're working on something or some sort of business, you need to be able to work at it for at minimum a year for free. Now, what does that mean? You're not going to be making money within the first year, and don't expect to make money within the first year. If you have that expectation, you're going to let yourself down, you're going to quit, you're going to give up, and you're not going to be consistent. Now, what you want to do is you need to learn and have something that you love to do and that you would do for free anyways, because guess what? You're gonna be doing it for free for the first year, no matter what, guaranteed. Even things that I do when I start myself, I don't start to make money instantly. I don't start to make money right away. In fact, it takes months, if not even years, before I'm able to make money. But I know that I have to stick with it. I know that I have to continue to do it, and over and over and over again, I'll continue to get better. I'll continue to learn. I'll continue to grow, and I will work at it for a year for literally free before I start to make money at it. So that's why you need to enjoy it, you need to be passionate about it, and you need to be good at it, but make sure that it is a high value skill. Don't work at it for a year if you're working at becoming a janitor, because a janitor is not going to be able to afford a supercar like this. So don't work at that for a year for free. But if you want to start your own custodian business, for example, you can work at that for free, and it's going to cost money, it's going to cost time. And if you don't have money, the only thing you have is time. You're going to have to spend time, and you're going to have to spend a lot of time working at it. And oftentimes you're not going to be able to pay yourself for a very, very long time. But when you start to double down and when you start to see progress, a lot of people underestimate what they can do in 3 years. And I never thought just 6 years later I'd be able to have this car, an SV, be able to buy a Ferrari for my dad, be able to have a Lamborghini Urus that I keep at my house in Miami. Like, I never thought that I'd be able to do this. But when you start consistency and doing time over and over and over again and putting in the reps, that's when you start to see real results. Okay, but before we get to tip number 3, you guys gotta hear the McLaren. I'm gonna set you guys right here. I mean, just imagine for a second, this is your POV, this is you walking into your car, this is your name on the side of your car. You see the carbon roof, the wing, everything. You're stepping into the carbon bucket seats, your carbon fiber wheel. I mean, everything in this car is carbon fiber, pulling down those butterfly doors. And like, this can all be yours, and this is all doable, and this is all possible. You just need to believe it. You need to believe in yourself. So the next thing, while we're going through these canyons here, I have to be on automatic, even though I'm not normally on automatic because of my one-hand filming and my one-hand driving, which I don't recommend to do at all. But we're here enjoying it. I'm giving you guys the POV and the real, true experience of what it's like to own my McLaren 620R and what it'll be like when you buy your first McLaren or your first Lamborghini or your first supercar, whatever your first car, dream car may be. But it is rough, it is aggressive, it is fun, and like, it is worth every single sacrifice you need to make. So the third step is I want you to learn how to market yourself and sell on social media. If you don't have a social media presence in 2025, what are you doing? Social media is the rocket fuel to anything that you're doing in your life. I mean, literally the rocket fuel. It gives you connections, it gives you network, it gives you access, it gives you people, it gives you marketing for your products, whatever it is. Like, it is the rocket fuel to whatever you're doing, whatever your journey is, and whatever you want to do on social media or in real life, you can have completely boosted by social media. And your social media account is literally your own personal salesman for you. It will sell for you. You can be the world's best editor, the world's best coder, the world's best chess player, but if you don't have a social media, no one's gonna know about it. No one's gonna hear about it, and no one's gonna wanna buy your product, your service, your business, watch your videos, whatever your medium is for making money. No one's going to want to buy it or know who you are if you don't have a presence on social media. So unfortunately and fortunately, in today's day and age, in 2025, having a social media presence is literally a non-negotiable. It will sell you for you. It will open up doors for you. It will bring you opportunities that you would have never thought possible if it weren't for social media. And they'll literally just come to you. And all you have to do is post about it and post about what you're doing online. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be over edited, it doesn't have to be anything special. You literally just post about it. So if you don't know my story, I actually started as a photographer, and what I would do is I would shoot people, portraits, landscapes, everything, and put it on my Instagram and use that as my portfolio. And when I came out to LA, I would start to message creators, celebrities, brands, I mean everyone that I could think of, and I started to use DMing and cold DMing to reach out, to get clients, to meet people, and to start building my network. And I would say, hey, my name's Cam, you can find my website here, and here's my social media. I would love to do a free photo shoot with you. And that's how I got my foot in the door, and that's how I started doing photos, and my work showed for itself, and I did good work, so people started responding, and I started booking literally free photo shoots, and that's how I started to make some money. And then what turned into the real money is when I stopped doing one-to-one, as in me taking photos of other people and just trading my time for money, or even my time just for a connection. What I started to do was I started to make videos about my photography. I started to make videos about my journeys and about the things that I would do. And I would go live on TikTok, and people would ask me questions, people would donate, people would say things to me, and people would enjoy my live streams on TikTok. So I would go live every night for 3 to 5 hours, and I would make $500 to $1,000 every single night while going live on TikTok. And that's when I started to make some real money. So that leads me into step 4, which is reinvesting in yourself. Now, what did I do with that money? I was buying stocks, I was reinvesting into videos, and I was reinvesting into my education and knowledge for me to earn and make more money. When I was making $500 to $1,000 a day, I was making anywhere from like $15,000 to $30,000 a month. Now that's great, and that is good money, and I was investing and I was being able to put away money, but what I was also spending money on is learning skills that would be able to earn me more money. And for me, those skills were making better videos, making more viral videos, and being able to reinvest into my videos. So if you have $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000 to your name, stop focusing so much on investing and investing your money to become a millionaire. Unfortunately, you don't have enough money to invest to become a millionaire. And I'm being straight with you guys, I'm being real with you guys, and I'm just being honest. You don't have enough money to make investing and your time spent investing worth it. What you're better off doing is investing in webinars, investing in events, investing in networking, investing in people, investing in videos, investing in your business, doubling down so that you can actually earn more money. Don't blow it on the dumb stuff. Don't get a car when you only have $20,000, $30,000 to your name. Invest it in earning more earned income. When you start to make $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 a month, that's when you can start to look at, hey, how should I diversify? How should I actually invest? But if you have $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to your name, don't worry about investing. Don't worry about the meme coin. Don't worry about Ethereum. Don't worry about Bitcoin. None of that is going to make you rich and create real wealth. You need to learn a skill that will create you that wealth. And investing in something is not going to do that for you. What is going to do that for you is investing and learning a real skill that's going to be able to generate you money for years and years and years to come. All right, we're here at the gas station because I have really low fuel, and I don't know if you guys noticed that in the video, but gas is quite expensive. Hi, can I do 100 on pump 3? Yeah, thank you. I honestly don't even know if $100 will be enough because I have basically no gas, like literally at all, but we'll see. 91, most expensive gas, highest octane here for my baby. All right, I was mistaken, only $81. Not too bad. Let's hop in here and we can talk about step 5, which is scaling with systems and a team, because I'm going to tell you now, you're not going to be able to do this all by yourself and you're going to need help. Now, the most crucial thing to your business is having good people a part of it. You need to have good people that you can trust. You need to have good people that are on the same vision as you, and you need to have people that work hard. Now, can you hustle your way to your first supercar if it's just you? Yes, you can do it by just yourself. But if you want to have multiple supercars, you want to have homes, you want to have multiple homes, you need to build a team and you need to be able to hire and find great talent. Once you're busy and once you've reached your maximum, you only have 24 hours in a day. But when you bring on a second person, now you have 48 hours in a day. It's an amazing thing. And you bring on a third person and now all of a sudden you have 72 hours in a day to work on your business. So I can't emphasize enough, once you start, once you get going, and once you become too busy for your own good, bringing on and finding someone that you trust and that you know can work hard and that understands your vision is really, really important. The people that you bring on, the people that you help to execute your vision is the most crucial part of your business. And that's how you can go from making a few $1,000s a month to being able to barely afford a car payment like this, which is about $3,000 a month, to making a few $1,000s a day. You need to be able to build a team. You need to be able to find people. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to hire great people. You need to be able to keep that great talent. And when you find great people, pay them great, because great people deserve to be paid great, and that will only help and increase your business in the future. You may be wondering, like, I don't know what to make my business about. I don't know what to have my business be about. I don't know what to do with my business. There are a few things that I would recommend. First of all, you want to make it scalable. You want to make it monetizable, and you want to have recurring revenue in your business. Now, whatever you're doing, like I was talking about earlier, you need to be passionate about it. You need to be able to do it for free for at minimum a year, because that's often how long it's going to take. But when you find that thing, you want to make sure that you can have recurring revenue in the business. You want to make sure that it's scalable, and you want to make sure you can find great people to help you scale that business. Creating a business with other businesses where you have contracts where they pay you every month, where they expect something from you every month, that is a great way to increase incurring and recurring revenue into your business. Or whether you have a subscription model or a service or anything that's on a subscription-like model, that's a great way to have passive recurring income in your business that you can count on. Recurring revenue and a subscription model type things is what gives you recurring revenue, and recurring revenue gives you the consistency, gives you the comfort, gives you the stability to be able to afford a supercar like this and be able to have cars like this. You need to be able to have recurring consistent revenue and recurring consistent income, because making $1 million one time is great, and that's a great thing, but you're going to get taxed on that. You're going to have expenses, and living costs are just going to be expensive, and $1 million is not enough to retire on. $1 million is not enough to really do very much on. If I'm being real, what creates real wealth and what creates a lot of money is when you're able to make consistent money over and over and over and over again every single month. That's what allows you to live a truly wealthy lifestyle. Got to plug her back in, because she is definitely just a electric car, no gas powered here at all. Definitely not a twin turbo screaming V8. Definitely just an electric car that I'm plugging back in. So this brings me to my final point, and I know that if I was talking to myself when I was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, I would tell myself right now as a 24-year-old, be patient, play the long game. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And I know that's hard to hear, and I know you feel like you need to go now and you don't have enough time, and I know that feeling because I was there. But trust me, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency is the most important and most beneficial factor, and the compounding interest of your work and of your time is the number one thing that you can do for yourself to be able to have cars like this. I mean, I just picked up my Aventador SV Roadster that I've been wanting for about 2 years now, so since I was about 22, and I could afford it since I was 22, but I waited and I invested in real estate, and I bought a bunch of houses. I invested in my content. I invested back into my businesses, and now at 24, I feel like I am in a comfortable spot to be able to buy and afford a $650,000 car. So be patient, play the long game. Consistency always wins. You do not lose if you do not quit. Remember that, and I hope that sticks with you. I hope these 7 money lessons stuck with you. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I hope you guys can go apply this literally today. Yes, I'm talking to you. Apply it today. Work on what you need to work on, and I believe in you. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. I was just like all of you. I was just a normal kid. I was just working and chasing my dreams, And now I'm here at 24 with these cars and with this garage, and you can do it too. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, family, grandma, aunt, uncle, whoever it is that you need to share this video with. It's completely free. I'd appreciate it. If you like my shirt, this is actually my clothing brand, Reality Racing, that you guys can check out, and I appreciate it if you guys love racing and clothing and cool clothes that I wear. That's where you can find it all at the link in the description. I respond to all the comments, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, just don't quit. Bye.